Hello everyone and welcome to today's topic lesson. Today we're going to start a new topic and it's called Serrekunda. Our topic will last about 6 weeks and it's a geography based topic. So Serrekunda is a small area in a country called the Gambia, and the Gambia is a small country in a continent called Africa. Now that probably sounds a bit confusing to you all, but that's why we're going to learn about it over the next 6 weeks. Today, we're going to locate the continent of Africa and the country of the Gambia and the urban area of Serrekunda. We'll do some of this today and then Miss Walsh is going to carry on this lesson with you next week. So, before we think about Africa and Serrekunda, we need to think about where we live. So, this is the world. This is an image of the world, and the world is made up of 195 countries and oceans and seas. So this is the world. Hopefully you've seen the picture of the world before. Now I wonder, does anyone know where we live? What country do we live in? So we live in a place called the United Kingdom. And the United Kingdom is a cluster really of nations, 4 different nations that we call the United Kingdom. And we live in England. Here is England. And you may have heard of our other countries called Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland, which are also part of the United Kingdom as a whole. And here, if you look on the map, you may have heard of Bristol before and Exeter, and so we are about here, okay, where the arrow is. And then there's London, the capital of our country. I wonder how many places you've been to in England. Have you been to any different, have you been to Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland and the United Kingdom? Have you travelled around England before and been to any other cities? So you can just have a talk with your parents or adult at home about where you have been within either our country, England, or the United Kingdom. So just talk about that, please. Okay, so our country is part of a continent called Europe, this blue area here. And Europe is one of 7 continents in the world. There are 7 continents. So if you have a look at this map that you can see on the screen now, there are 7 continents. Now we're going to learn a song about the 7 continents of the world. I'm going to play it from the computer and then put the lyrics up here for you. So hopefully you can see the lyrics as I play the song. Did you know that the land on our planet is divided into parts? There are 7 continents, let's learn them off by heart. Oh, divided into parts Europe and Australia. Did you know the water on our planet divided into parts? But there are 5 blue sparkling oceans. Tell me what you know. Your planet to me. Call it geography. The Arctic Ocean is a little cold. Southern Atlantic, Pacific and Indian. The Arctic Ocean is a little cold. Southern Atlantic, Pacific and Indian. The Arctic Ocean is a little cold. Southern Atlantic, Pacific and Indian. The Arctic Ocean is a little cold. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. Oh, well done for joining in with different parts of that. So if we go back now to our map of the world in continents. Oh, let me just find it again. There we go, I clicked on the wrong button. So here, this map shows the world, but in the continent rather than the individual countries. So within each of these continents, there are several countries. Now, we live in Europe, but the continent we're going to be learning about is Africa, this red continent here. And as you can see, it is the second largest continent. So Asia is the largest continent, and then Africa is the second largest. And we're going to be learning about the continent Africa, which has 54 countries within it. Okay, so that here are 54 countries, and we're going to be learning about a country called the Gambia, which, if I can find it, here is Africa. This is a map of Africa, and the Gambia is just this very small green country there, and it is the smallest country within the continent of Africa. So that's there you go, that tiny green country there. That is the Gambia, where Serrekunda is, which we're going to be learning more about. So that's quite a lot of information today that you have heard. So what I would like you to do now is look at a map of the world and all of the different countries and identify the different continents. So you might be able to find the different continents on the map. Then, can you remember all the 7 continents? Don't worry if you can't, because you're going to continue this learning about the continents next week with Miss Walsh. So once you've done that, talk to your parents and see if you can identify different countries around the world. And it might be that your family live in these countries, or you've been on holiday to some of these different countries. So I really want you to have a look at the map of the world today and identify different countries and also the different continents. And then we'll continue our learning on this next week. Okay? Bye.